Hey guys, welcome to Postal 2, Pacifist Percent category. My name's Ollie Muirs, and hopefully we'll get a good run for you guys. So let's just start. I'll do a wee 3, 2, 1 countdown just to start the timer. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. So I'll explain a little bit about the category. Really the clue's in the name, Pacifist Percent. So what that means is you need to reach the end screen of the game, and it says total people killed 0. So I feel I should explain that because you're going to see me do some questionable things in the run that you might think counts as a kill, but they don't actually. I'll point them out though when we get to them. Hey guys, I'm just looking at the chat just now. So there's a few guys here tonight. Obviously, I sent the link out today. Sorry, I should say tonight. Yep. So I'll explain a bit about the run as well. So if you watched my last run, I actually ran this at the last event. It was an any percent run, but it's actually the routing is quite similar. But obviously, because we're playing pacifist, there are some changes which that forces on us.
Did someone slaughter a goat in here? No, seriously.
So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're playing. First of all, we need to get the milk. Now we're going to be doing a little warp here if the game will allow us, where we get stuck in this corner. And what this does is this will essentially warp us out of the shop. So we managed to get it here quite quickly. And then the reason why we do it in that particular corner is because it's right next to this tunnel, and it saves us a lot of time. It saves us basically from walking around, so it is pretty quickly. Postal 2, probably one of the most antisocial games ever. It's all in good fun. For those that don't know what Postal 2 is, it's actually, it was released in 2003 by Running with Scissors, which are a small company based in Arizona. The first Postal was somewhat of an isometric shooter. The second one, obviously, is not that at all. It's a more kind of light-hearted first-person shooter than anything. I'm happy to go over any questions in the run within the chat, so feel free. So what we're doing here, so basically in the game, the main character, the Postal dude, works for an in-game version of Running with Scissors, pretty meta, and you basically go to get your paycheck, your boss fires you, and then you go cash that paycheck, and that's basically Monday for you. So the reason why you might be thinking, oh wait, it's pacifist, why are you picking up guns? Well, we need guns for, as you just saw there, for shooting windows, etc. There's quite a few uses to them. We need it to aggro certain enemies at times as well. So we're just going to take a wee shortcut down here. There's been some slight route changes as well. As I said, what we do is we get the money there. We need $300 for later in the run, but I'll explain that part when it comes up. It'd be hilarious if he gets very upset and stuff. Well, to be honest with you, mate, there's a lot of RNG in the run. So if it goes wrong, then that may just happen. You never know. New Postal as good as Postal 2? Yeah. Well, Postal 4 is currently in development, and it looks like it's going to be pretty good. But it's still very early on then. And Postal 3 is the one we don't talk about. Right, so I'm going to do like a mini kind of out of bounds glitch here, if I can get it, that is. Basically, okay. I've done that quicker, but yeah. So essentially we jump over this mountain, and then this allows us to walk over the top of the library roof. It's quite cool. It saves you from walking all the way around. I think if you do it quite well, it saves you about 3 seconds overall. And it just takes us towards this this tunnel, essentially.
Do we have time for a donation?
Yeah, on you go, mate. That's fine.
Pentagast with the $10
Awesome.
saying, now you are thinking with postals. There we go. Thanks for the $10.
Cheers, Pentagast, mate. So what we're going to do here is we've just shot this window because this distracts the crowd. Now, this is one of those kills I was telling you about, so we just jibbed the cop there by jumping on his head. Now, the game doesn't register that as a kill for some reason. So what you just saw me do, jump on his head, and then because the rest of the queue got distracted by my gunshot, they walked away and lost interest, and then that allowed me to walk up to the teller and hand her the paycheck. And that is the quickest way to do it. You can actually go in and rob the bank, but it is slower because you need to watch a cutscene. God, these Scottish accents are too good. So, you'll see at the end though, so basically in the game, right, you can bring up a stats menu at any time, right? And it'll say total people killed. It doesn't actually add a kill to it. Because the game thinks it was the environment that killed them, essentially. Oh, come on. So what we're doing here is we need to get 7 signatures for the petition. Now this is easily the most RNG heavy part of the run. Really the only way to save time here is to just hope that they sign it on the first time. Now what you're seeing me do here is actually ask them, save the game, and then when they say no, just load that save. It's really the only way you can do it quickly. It's a bit of a pain, so obviously because we're in, because it's marathon, we're playing safe,
Would you please sign my petition?
Okay, so she signed it first time. That was actually quite good.
Thanks. Hi there. Would you like to sign my petition?
Come on. Okay, good.
Thanks.
If there's anyone out there that's not very familiar with Postal or Postal 2, I would recommend playing it. You know what I mean, like the humour is a bit silly at times and it is over the top, but it's still quite fun.
You gotta be fucking. Hi there. Would you like to sign my petition?
Now we actually had a lot better luck at this last time.
Please sign my petition.
I didn't do this very often, that's for sure.
Thanks.
So
Hi there. Would you like to sign my petition? Are you saving again?
So you can actually hear the Postal dude make fun of me for saving too many times.
Thanks.
Right, so you can wait in the queue to drop the book off there, or we can essentially drop it off in the drop box, which we just done there. It's a lot quicker.
Sorry I'm late. Somebody blew up my
So I'm just going to explain the upcoming trick here. So we're going to do a trick called library skip. Now there's a few ways to escape the library, all of which are, some are faster than others. We're going to go for one of the quickest ones. Essentially what we do is we need to get stuck in the corner of the room near the painting, and then that warps us out the room, basically. It warps us out of the library. So you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. Crap. Got it. Okay, so what you just saw me do there was quite a tricky side jump in order to get on top of the painting. And then once I was there, I just fell into the corner, and then it allowed me to basically get back in.
Would you please sign
Like, get out, sorry, I should say. It allowed me to just warp into the back outside again.
Hi there. Would you like to sign my petition?
So I just want to get. I need one more signature, and then we can forget about this part. Then the RNG part of the run is kinda gone. The biggest part of it, anyway. The biggest part of the RNG is gone.
Hi there. Would you like to sign my petition? Shit.
This isn't a Rockstar game, sorry chat. Yeah, no, don't worry mate, that's you could be forgiven for that anyway, because Rockstar is they've made some pretty outrageous games as well, like Manhunt and Manhunt and sorry, obviously the GTA series. Well, the GTA series isn't as bad as isn't anywhere near like Manhunt. That was another thing as well. A lot of people think it's Portal 2. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get a Gary Coleman autobiography. He has a cameo in this game. So what we're going to do is wait for this woman to get her book, taser her, and then Gary's security team will shoot her, killing her, and also giving me the book, essentially. So yeah, so basically when she reaches her hand out to get the book, we taser her, and then obviously the bullets they hit her instead, essentially. And that doesn't count as a kill because we weren't the ones that killed her. We're playing a bit fast and loose with the word pacifist, put it that way. But yeah, so that's quite cool. It's just as well that's possible because if it weren't, you would need to wait in the queue or do some other strategy which takes a long time. So. Alright, so what we're doing here, guys, is there's money up here that we need. $130, I believe. So we grab that. That takes us up to our $300 target. Now we need that for paying off a speeding ticket later on. Pacifism has a lot of meaning. There's a lot of leeway with the word pacifist in this run. Yeah, absolutely, Black Score, and you're going to see more of that later on. You'll question the you'll question the morality, I think. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab this tip box. Now it's not for the money, but it's so that the guy will actually shoot us. We basically need him to shoot because it'll aggro the crowd up the stairs in the confessional queue. And it will aggro... it's basically the same thing we've done at the bank where they'll like get distracted and run away. If we're lucky, if not, then some of them will still be in the queue, which, as you saw here, we were quite unfortunate in. Okay. So, what he just saw me do there, so I got those two guys out the queue, went right up to the priest, confessed my sins, essentially.
Hey buddy, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Holy shit!
Okay, so after this, we're basically done with Tuesday. We just need to get back to the bit where we came from, and then we're on to Wednesday.
Come on, my peaceful brethren. It's time to deliver an ass whooping of biblical proportion. It's go time, you pajama wearing pagans.
This game would never be released in 2020. Unfortunately, mate, that's kind of true. And saying that though, Postal 4's coming out, and Postal 4's more of, well, it's not. I don't want to say it's the same, but it's got some similar elements. So, although that game's not going to come out in 2020, that'll be later on. Okay, that is basically us. As I said, done with Tuesday. So if we go to, this is us loading onto Wednesday now. Now, there's a trick in this game which I'm going to explain. It's quite well, it's kind of in depth. It's a bit of a pain. It's called quick save, quick load. Now, what that means is basically in Postal 2, when you complete an objective, the map screen will appear and then fade out again. But see, if you mash the quick save button as the game is fading out, you can actually save during that, and if you're quick enough you can load the game, and then that'll essentially skip whatever cutscene it is you do it before. the best place to do it in this game is on the brewery because sorry, when you piss on your dad's grave, because immediately after that you get knocked out by two rednecks and taken to the brewery. However, if you skip that cutscene, you pass the objective and also skip the whole brewery section. So as you can imagine, that saves easily a couple of minutes off the run. The problem with the trick that I'm talking about is it's frame perfect essentially, so it literally boils down to mashing a button as quickly as possible and hoping you get it. That is it. So what I'm going to do is, there's several points you can do it in the run. I've avoided doing it for most of this run. I'm going to do it at the graveyard, just so you guys can see what it is, and I'm not going to like keep trying to do it. If I miss it once, we're just going to play the brewery. Because the brewery's got its own interesting skips as well, so I can show those off as well. So you might be wondering where we're going. So this is like a secret. This is like a secret tunnel. It's called the Obligatory Sewer Complex. There's actually a secret level on this called Tora Bora, and it's like the terrorist training camp essentially. And you get like a secret WMD weapon there. But obviously that doesn't really factor into the speedrun, but if you're playing this game casually, then yeah. Could you not macro it? There's a lot of discussion about that just now, RC. As of just now, it's banned. We're not, not using macros, but I mean, if the rules end up getting changed, if we end up dividing categories because of quick save, quick load, then there's a good chance we might allow macros. But that's still kind of ongoing discussion just now. But as of just now, you're not allowed to use a macro. I love your accent. Thank you. Appreciate it. So what we're going to do now is get a Christmas tree, even though it's the middle of July, according to the postal dude. So we grab this. And this brings us to the cringiest cutscene in the game, in my opinion.
We gonna do it here?
Let's open his Christmas package early, Billy Joe Bob.
Sounds very German. Take that as a compliment. Sorry, I was going to say something there, guys, but my mind just kind of drew a blank. At least you didn't say Irish. Oh no, Dean, that drives me up the wall when people do that. Whereabouts in Ireland are you guys based? Glasgow. Right, so we're going to go back through the sewers now and go through the graveyard. This is what's convenient about this section of the game. It essentially acts as a shortcut for a lot of the further away locations. It's like a little hub if you think about it like that. So we're going to do a jump here now. Hopefully I won't mess this up, because if we do, then it's a bit of a hefty price we need to pay. Shit, I missed the door, but it's okay. So we're going to do a trick here known as Mama Jump. Now, I know that sounds like a weird name, but I'll explain what it means in a minute. Okay, so essentially you do a really weird crouch jump. You look up, and when you jump, hit the crouch button, and it'll allow you to get onto that railing. It's called Mama Jump because the guy that found it, Mama Amakajo, his name is. I don't think he still runs the game, but he's the one that found the strategy. I'm from Northern Ireland and I can tell it's a Glasgow accent. Yeah, there's a lot of similarities between Northern Irish and Glasgow accents. Right, so you saw me just grab the sledgehammer there. Now this is another one of those questionable is it a kill moments coming up, so I'll point it out to you as well. So here's the bit. I'm going to demonstrate the quick save quick load trick here to see if we get it. If we don't, it's okay. I'll show you the brewery.
Now the flower.
Okay, so what you do is you essentially bind two keys to quick save, and then as soon as that comes up, hit spacebar and then immediately save. I'm going to do it once more in the run later on. You'll see why. Glasgow. I've never heard anyone say Glasgow before, but that's yeah, that sounds kind of daft.
Tuesday, is it? Nah, it's Wednesday. Who's first? You went first last time.
Censored, yeah, that's the one.
Wake up!
Right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to kick this table. Now this will allow us to essentially warp out of this room. The reason being is because, as you know, as you can see by the heads up display, we're actually wearing a GIMP suit. And if you go out to that hallway, the dude sees a mirror and he sees that he's wearing a GIMP suit. And then it'll add another objective to the game, which is go get your laundry, basically. So we don't want to do that objective because it takes time, you know. So instead, what we do is warp out of that room, past the mirror, and then that allows us to just avoid. That just allows us to avoid the mirror, basically. So this bit is kind of a pain. What we need to do here is get in the corner, and this will warp us to the upper level of the brewery. So we get stuck in this corner twice.
Oh man.
Okay, that then takes us to the upper level. Now we're just going to ignore these guys. They're not a threat. They don't actually notice you unless you shoot them, so that's quite handy. And then we just kind of walk up this spiral staircase. Now we need to be careful here because if we fall, then you know we need to go back to the room because that's when I last saved. I'm going to save it this upcoming bit as well because there's a jump we need to do here, and sometimes enemy gunfire can knock you off. Okay, grenade. Yeah, you basically piss them off, that's for lack of a better term. Since you can't, well, you can actually kick enemies in this game, that's fine. As long as you don't kill them, so kicking them is still risky. Although it does take a lot of kicks. Alright, so we jump over this roof. This is another kind of shortcut, and then once we do that, we jump over here. Take this. Now, we do need the sledgehammer here. I feel I should say that. You'll see why in a minute. I'm going to show off a strategy now, one which wasn't in the last run, I believe. It's called Sledgehammer Strategy. Very creative name, I know. Basically what it does is, it's used to set up another trick known as Tocchigno Skip. Now, Tocchigno Skip is named after the guy that found it. A guy called Tocchigno, from Italy, I believe. And essentially what it allows us to do is warp one of the... it allows us to skip a whole floor in the meat processing plant, which is where we're going to. Us Scottish people just make sure it ain't the full GB flag. Okay, so this is another out of bounds skip. So what you do is you warp into this corner, walk. And then that takes us to the meat processing plant, and that actually skips a cutscene, which is why we do it. Now, the reason I threw the sledgehammer like that was because you'll notice there that 3 guys spawn. By throwing the sledgehammer, I actually, it kills one of the guys, which will affect their AI. And it means they won't shoot me as soon as I walk in, which will let me do Tocchigno Skip. And also that doesn't count as a kill because it got interrupted by the cutscene. So this is Tocchigno Skip that I was telling you about. So basically you walk into this corner, do a little setup, which is jump, walk backwards. There you go. The reason why you can't do that if there's guys shooting you is because basically when they shoot you, pretty much it stops you from getting stuck. It interrupts it. It takes too long, and eventually, of course, you will die. You know. Yeah, that's the one I was telling you about. That's the questionable morale one. Well, I'll let you guys make your own minds up. But going by the rules, it basically says as long as you meet total people killed 0 at the end. Oh, the hell! I don't even know what happened there. Oh, crap. Shit. Ah, fuck. Boxed. That was some of the worst luck I've ever seen at that bit. Again, that guy's, that didn't count as a kill either. Because I was trying to get past him, I must have, like, landed near his head or something. The enemies in this all have heads made of paper mache, pretty much. Yeah, so for those that are, for those that are questioning whether that was a kill or not, basically, alright, I was kicking, but the way that he died means that it was, I was trying to get past him and I must have, like, bounced on him, I think. Dude's Postal 2 hype. Yeah, he's just sleeping. His head's in a million bits, but he's just sleeping. So what we'll do, like I said, obviously at the end, we're going to be watching the credits just purely because at the end it'll tell us if we killed anyone. In fact, what I'll do is at the end I'll actually look at the stats before the credits play, so we, because they are quite long. The credits are about 3 minutes, I think. So.
Hi there.
So what we're doing here is, like I said, we need this money for later on. You need $300 there to start the chat, but as long as you drop the money before the guy actually takes it, then it doesn't count. So we're dropping this money for later on because we're going to use quick save quick load later on to skip the parcel centre. Essentially what we do is we go into the parcel centre, pay the money to get the parcel, and then if we perform quick save quick load and we can get it, then it basically allows us to skip that whole section. There is actually a skip you can do to skip most of that level that doesn't involve doing quick save quick load. However, you need to kill people to do it, so we can't do it on this category, unfortunately. I'm just going to read through some chat just now, guys, because there's a lot of jumping to nowhere here. Takes 30 seconds to kill, 30 kicks, sorry. Yeah, it takes a lot of kicks, but I don't know if they explode on death. I think they just ragdoll when you kill them, actually. Run's dead. We'll find out. We'll find out if the run was valid at the end.
Well, I could hop in, seeing as we're just doing some jumping.
Yeah, sure, mate, on you go, that's fine. There's just a lot of kind of idle here just now.
So we have no donations, however, I'll do the usual Twitch thing and say, there's Twitch Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get a free sub to the channel, and of course that helps out ESA, who are frankly letting us stream on their channel and supporting ESA and UKSG. It'll be much appreciated if you have any left, so thank you.
Brilliant. Yeah, if you've got a free sub, I actually subbed them today as well. So what we're going to do here, guys, yeah, the rocket launcher is not for what you think it is. So this is another one of those questionable moments. You basically shoot that car, right? And it falls on the woman. But for whatever reason, the game doesn't realise that you shot the car. So the game thinks that, the car killed her and not you. Now, the reason why we did grab a rocket launcher is because we need to do a rocket jump in order to escape. Oh, we just got damage boosted there by the dogs. Yeah, gravity, yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is the rocket jump. So essentially what we do there is just shoot jump and crouch, and then that gets us stuck on the fence, which will then warp us over. So this is just a little shortcut which allows you to jump over, pretty much, into the napalm factory. So if you're wondering why we're in a napalm factory, we need something to kill weeds, and then nothing gets the job done better than some napalm. Okay, so this is a pretty noticeable shortcut. You know, you just jump over that barrier, over that sorry, that tank, and go up here for some gardening.
I just hop in and
Sure.
thank whoever pronounced it right. Kissati Zero for the Twitch Prime. It worked. We got a Twitch Prime.
Yes.
Thank you for the sub.
Brilliant.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, cheers, cheers, Kizaki.
That's how you pronounce it much better than I did.
It's that bold text, you know, it goes a long way. Don't forget all this. Oh no, actually, we're no longer in the gimp suit. I feel I should say that. We're actually the dude's clothes kind of get reset to normal when you start a new day. Yeah, we're trying to do some parkour. So what I just done there was by walking off to the side, you actually miss one of the triggers here. So when you walk across the floor, what happens is the essentially the factory kind of blows up a bit, and there's like a fire, like a bit of fire coming off from the side. So it means that when you cross that barrier, basically, sorry, that platform, the basically the fire's there, and you will always take a base amount of damage. If I walked across that with 23 health, I would probably die. But obviously, because we avoided the trigger by running off to the side, that didn't spawn, so that meant we could just walk across. What it also does is there's actually a pipe that blocks the door. Now, you can actually get through the pipe just by doing a kind of tricky crouch jump, but it's obviously better to not do the crouch jump at all and just walk through it. It's easier. Damn you, game progression. Yeah, it's interesting. So again, there's a lot of just jumping and walking till the next bit here. We're actually going to meet the Crotch Man himself. Now, what we're going to do to pay for... So, essentially, when you get to Crotchy's something like a boss fight. Essentially, he's quite well armoured. He's, I guess that ballsack costume does a long way in protecting bullets and explosions. We're not going to kill him because, you know, even in a normal run, it takes too long, and also because this is a pacifist run. Do you regret running this? Hell no. So what we do instead is you can actually give Crotchy money, but obviously we don't have money because we need it for later on. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him a Gary Coleman autobiography instead. And what this will do is he takes payment of that basically instead. If we don't drop the money after the police station, then we don't get it back when we get arrested, because we need to get arrested later on in the run. It's part of it's a warp essentially.
Hey Matt, how's this sound? Hey Matt, thanks.
It's quite funny paying with the Gary Coleman book as well, though, because the dialogue's quite unique. There we go. Alright, so this is us on the last day of the run, Friday. Time is still a wee bit away, about 7 minutes or so, I'll let you know when it's coming. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to aggro Champ here.
Maybe I should keep that.
Now, interestingly enough, the pacifist rules, you are actually allowed to kill dogs in this category under the pacifist rules, but I feel like that's cruel. So yeah, so we kicked Champ instead. The reason why we kicked him is because we don't want him to bring back the alternator, because he's a good boy. So if you throw anything, he'll fetch it pretty much. I've actually quite a wee funny story, but basically one time I dropped the alternator without scaring him off, and what he done was he brought the alternator back to his little dog kennel, and because I couldn't actually get the item out of the dog kennel, so I got to the end of this run, which would have been good pace, and lost it because it was stuck in the dog kennel and I couldn't get it out. Kick doggy and call it pacifist. Yeah. I just hope there was no kind of kills that that might have happened. Like the only one I'm actually concerned about is Meat World, because that was weird, because I was kicking him but he did explode though, so it should be okay. So what's happening now is we're actually going to the compound to give Uncle Dave his birthday present. This is also referenced in the Postal movie. For those that have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, this bit of the game is... I kind of lied earlier on when I said that Tuesday, all the RNG is over with, because we need to get good RNG here to get arrested quickly. And unfortunately, that can sometimes be a bit of a nightmare. So we'll try a quick arrest. If it doesn't work, then we're just gonna we'll just play it safe essentially and go for one of the cops which is further away.
Wow, Uncle Dave's having a party.
Right, so what we would usually do here is we would actually normally shoot through the wall, but obviously we can't kill them, so instead what we're going to do is just kind of run up here, save the game. The reason why I'm saving here is because we can't get set on fire at all on this day. The reason being is because on Friday the dude actually has gonorrhea, and if you pee at any moment, then the dude discovers that, and you'll get another objective, which is to go to the clinic and get cured. And like it's similar to the whole gimp suit thing in the sense that it adds an unnecessary objective that we can quite easily avoid. So yeah, we want to avoid that if at all possible. So this is the RNG part I was telling you about. So we need to get arrested here and sent to the police station, because the police station is actually very close to the parcel centre. Storyline. Oh.
Shit.
Alright. Crap. Sorry guys. I should have saved. I really should have saved after I give them the present. Because now we need to watch that cutscene again, unfortunately. Sorry guys. I'm going to save after this in case that goes wrong. I should have known that part is very risky. You can have like a very good run and then lose it because of that, so... Yeah. Oops. Yeah, this part sucks. You can attest to that. It's okay, no. Right, save now. I'm not even gonna go for that part again, to be honest, guys. I'm actually just gonna run outside and find a cop because this bit is risky. The thing is, if there's too many cops, they won't arrest you because they'll just hit you and it will just delay the sequence, essentially. Fucking hell, man. Seriously? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Shouldn't be swearing. Shouldn't be swearing. No. No. There's far too many cops here. That's the problem. There's just way too many.
Oh, my neck.
Thank you. This is the part of the run where it kind of died, you know, it just jumped.
I've really got to take a look.
Right, okay. Now if you're lucky, there's actually a cop over there. But unfortunately there isn't, so what we're going to do instead is jump up here.
Okay, you're coming with
There you
me.
go.
I'm going to have to cuff you.
Banned.
You have the right to
Find.
Hopefully this system will set me
Yeah, that's marathon luck for you. Right, so this is basically the last sequence of the run. So you throw the match, get out your cell. Now we're going to go over at the parcel centre and get the parcel, and then head back home. Time is still a couple of minutes away, but I will shout it out when we get there.
So before that, can I quickly get a donation in?
Absolutely, mate. I'll go away.
We have $10 from Kisaki.
Brilliant.
So thankfully you said his name right, so I can get his name right now. But yeah, no comment, just $10. So thank you for the money towards Crisis and fighting homelessness.
Brilliant. Cheers, Kisaki. Right. Just as we're kind of coming up to the end of the run, guys, I just want to say a bunch of thank yous. So I want to thank everyone that's continued to watch the marathon as well, raising money for Crisis. I want to thank everyone that continues to run this game, finding strategies for it, etc. And also want to thank ESA as well for providing a platform, as well as UKSG for having me for a second time. So yeah, that means a lot, guys. Also run my scissors. Thanks for running my scissors as well. I don't know if there's anyone watching from there, but yeah, thanks for making a pretty crazy game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a trick here where it's quite hard to do. We don't actually have anything I can. Oh, it worked. Brilliant. So what you just saw me do there was it's a warp that takes you inside the parcel centre.
Hi there.
Okay, here we go.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay, we missed it. It's okay. So what we're going to do is load back to that save we done and just play the parcel centre as normal, essentially. Yeah, so for those, I don't really know how to explain that glitch in detail. It's something to do with the way like the way that it kind of teleports you in. That house is like right next to the parcel centre, so see if we didn't go in that house, we'd literally just walk up some stairs and go in the door. But it is quicker still, so the door hits you and you end up warping through. There's definitely people that understand that glitch better than I do. But it's nevertheless it's a cool strategy, you know. The reason why I was worried was because I didn't actually have anything to aggro hit the door with. I mean, I could kick the door, but that would open it and probably ruin the trick. And also, I didn't have a baton or like a gun or anything, you know. So, but it's okay. Additionally, guys, if you enjoyed this run, you know, and you're thinking about playing the game, or even better, thinking about running the game, you should definitely consider joining the Postal 2 Discord. There's lots of you know, there's resources. There's lots of resources available. There's loads of runners you can talk to, myself included. You know, about strategies. Some fun categories. So if you want to join, then yeah, definitely give it a shout. Okay, so this is we're just gonna do one last skip here, well, one last kind of trick, which is where we line up this jump, crouch, and that's a shortcut. It saves you about 3 or 4 seconds, but it's a bit of a pain to get right. Alright, so time is coming up. Now. There we go. Also, guys, I'm sorry I didn't check the stats there at the end for the kill. GG. Yeah, cheers, guys. Dean, are we alright to watch the credits for this? It's 3 minutes, I think. 2 to 3 minutes. Because just at the end it shows you if you killed anyone.
Yeah, should be fine.
Cheers, mate.
You've got 6 minutes underestimate, so I feel
Brilliant,
like the time should be good.
Nice. Yeah, guys, listen, cheers for the GGs. Hopefully, we'll find out if this run was just as well this run isn't PB, because otherwise it would be invalid if we got a kill. I don't think we did get a kill though, but there's may have been time where I've forgotten, but hopefully not. Cheers, guys. Definitely didn't kill anyone yet. I'm just wary anyway. I think if you do a run of this on the leaderboard, you need to watch the credits anyway to find out. Hawkeye smashing like, mate. Imagine the run being invalid. So I'm saying, at least it's not like a PB or anything, because then it would be. So, so what you're listening to in the credits is a song called On Silent Wings by a band called Wraith. Actually, one of the game designers, a guy called Mike J, he's in that band. You'll see that in the credits as well, unless it's already been. Cheers, guys. Music is generally last in credits. Alright. I didn't know that, actually. Music? Copyright. Yeah, there you go, mate, you're right. Music credits. So that one there, Mike Jarrett Schachter, I'm probably badly mispronouncing that, but anyone that's better with pronunciation can help me with that. Yeah, this game was banned in several countries. It's still banned, actually. If you're a viewer from Germany, you might notice that you can't buy this game directly from Steam. You need to get a Steam key. There we go, guys. Valid run. Total people murdered 0. Cops killed 0. Arrested once. That's kind of what you would expect. And then, of course, thank you for playing Jesus. Yeah, it's still banned in certain countries. Yeah. Listen, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure running the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to pass off now to the next runner. I don't know who that is, but whoever it is, good luck. It's where are we? InstaSim with Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. So yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Good luck on your next run, InstaSim.